a day, what a day, what a day. I worked early this morning. I'm now working at my desk here at my other job at home. I'm tired. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. The owner's coming over to take photos before I move out for my last month. They're putting the unit on the market to be resold to another owner. I'm really just ready for this to be over with. But the main reason why I got on here is to tell y'all my experience I had last week. As a matter of fact, yes, it was last week because I flew out Sunday. This happened Saturday, last week, Saturday. So I'm getting ready for my trip. You know, I'm getting ready to make this flight to New York for my uncle's funeral. And I go inside the Walmart down the street from where I live. And I go and get a couple of things. And you know how you want to look at some things before you buy it because you want to make sure it's the right size. You want to make sure it's the right shape or the right color or it has the right things in it in the product that you're looking for or what have you, right? So where's my Carmex? My lips always get dry. So a lot of people do this. You open up things to try it on. You open up things to see what it looked like before you buy it because you don't want to buy the wrong item or the wrong color, the wrong shape, the wrong whatever, right? So I did that. I opened up the curling iron to see if it was the right size because I wasn't sure if it was small or big, and I needed it to be small. And so as I was doing that, right, the security guard in the Walmart, he's dressed in all black, and it says security on his left side of the jacket, and he has his arms folded, and he's staring at me real hard, like, you know, he's giving me this real, like, tough, long stare, right? Hold on one second. I get my Carmex. Here you are, Carmex. I have to pull it out of my suitcase from when I had went to New York. Okay, so he's staring at me long and hard, and he's giving me this, not just a stare, but like a really mean mug stare, like, how dare you open that up? You know what I'm saying? So I looked at him because I noticed him, right? And he was just standing there looking at me real hard. So I looked up and I saw, and I said, excuse me, can I help you? You know what I'm saying? And I said, you ain't got to worry about me stealing nothing. I have a wad pocket full of money in my bag here. I don't have no reason to steal. I work hard. I make money. I have the money to pay for the item that you think that I'm about to take. So I don't need you standing over there staring at me. You could just go over to the next aisle and mind your business. Right? So that's what I said, right? So then he smirks, right? And then when he does this, he's getting under my skin because I'm at that point where I'm pissed off now, right? So he smirks at me and then he goes, do you have your mask? Where's your mask? Now, mind you, I have my mask on, but it's pulled down. It's not covering my face. I pulled it down because I was getting hot. And, you know, periodically when I have a mask on and I get hot or my face gets sweaty from the mask, I pull it down for at least 30 to 60 seconds to like get a break. And I usually just flip it back on. And so then I didn't even answer his question. I didn't even say, yeah, I got a mask. I just took my mask. I covered my face back up with my mask. I didn't even answer his question. I just flipped my mask back up as my way of answering his question because I'm pretty pissed off, right? So then he looks at me after I flip my mask back on, pull my mask back on, and he smirks again and he walks away. And so then I'm thinking he's gone, right? So I look through the product. I try to see if it's the right size. It wasn't really the size that I wanted, but I really wanted a new flat iron because the one I got I had for a while now. So I went and got it anyway, right? And then I got me another heated product over here. It's not a flat iron. It's kind of more of like a heated cone. So I grabbed that. I grabbed some toiletries, some traveling size toiletries like deodorant and toothpaste, and I got a new set of toothbrushes with the little cap covering the brush so I don't have to buy the actual toothbrush holder. I got a few other things, and I went to self-checkout. Now, mind you, I'm on the phone with my little brother. We talking, and by this time, I didn't completely forgot about what happened, right? I'm at self-checkout. I'm scanning my items, and I'm basically done scanning now, and everything is put in a bag, and I'm ready to pay. And as I put my card in, I pay, and then out of nowhere, he just pops up out of nowhere. The same security guy. He pops up out of nowhere as I was walking off with my cart with my stuff that I had just paid for. He pops up out of nowhere. He smirks again, and then he nods at me like he was justifying what he did. But really what he was doing was he was trying to make sure that I wasn't stealing. Now, mind you, I don't have an arrest record. I've never been to jail a day in my life. I'm a mother of 3. I mind my business. I work hard. I don't get in nobody else's business. I don't tell people what to do. I don't stick my nose where it don't belong. I don't put judgment on people. I leave people alone, and I live my life, and I go about my day. You know what I'm saying? So why am I sharing this with you all? Because before I moved here to Texas, I did not have these types of experiences where every day that I leave my house, I am constantly reminded of the fact that I am Black. I was never treated this way in California. The culture is totally different as far as racism. Now, granted, racism exists everywhere, right? But the racism that exists on the West Coast is more like do it behind your back, undercover type stuff. Out here in the South, the racism is more blatant. They put it in your face. They dangle it in your face. They throw it in your face. And then they dare you to do something about it. So then they can get you to act all crazy because you pissed off, right? Then they'll say, oh, this person is acting out of sorts, or this person is mad. Oh, an angry Black woman, an angry Black man. So that gives them a reason to either have you arrested or thrown in jail or shot at and killed by a cop who's already afraid of you to begin with, right? I was racially profiled for the first time in my life, and I am 37 years old. And I've only lived here in Texas for 3 years. And for the first time in my life, I've been racially profiled that I was able to see and that I was able to recognize. But I don't appreciate nobody staring at me, nobody following me, nobody profiling me. Oh, because I'm Black and I got on sweatpants, and because my hair is not curled or whatever, I must be a suspect or I must be a criminal. You can't look at me and say that I'm a criminal just off of how I look. You don't know nothing about me. You assume that I've been to jail before, right? Because my skin is brown, or because I'm Black, or because I got on sweatpants. You assume that I got a record. You assume that I've been to jail. You assume that I'm a troublemaker. You assume that I'm a thief. But I've never stolen. I ain't gonna say I've never stolen. I've stolen a few times when I was a kid, but I've never been to jail a day in my life. I have no record. Not one record. I have children. I mother my children. I work hard. And when I say I work hard, meaning I have multiple jobs. I work hard so that I don't have to be put in a position to feel like I have to steal to need things. But this person stood here on that aisle and assumed that I was trying to steal because of the color of my skin. It really gets on my nerves. It's really damning. Now, let's get to the second phase of our conversation, right? When Selena was in the shopping store with her brother, AB, and AB told this story. He said that there were times where Selena would go in the store and she would have the front of her shirt tied up in a knot. You know, that was her style. You know what I'm saying? And people of color, we are racially profiled. And we are viewed a certain way, we're looked at a certain way, and people automatically assume things about us because of the color of our skin, because of how we dress, what we got on. To make a long story short, there was a person following Selena in the store, and she goes, After, you know, she turns a few corners, she looks at a few pieces of clothing, and the person, she noticed that the person is constantly just following her around. So she finally said, "Hello, can I help you?" You know, like the same thing I said to the security guard. "Hello, can I help you?" And this person didn't know that Selena was a singer. This person didn't know that Selena was a celebrity. This person didn't know that Selena was well known. Because Selena had on a t-shirt, some jeans, and the shirt was tied up in the front, and she had on some Reebok tennis shoes. But that person wouldn't have known that about Selena with her Reebok tennis shoes on, her white t-shirt, and her blue jeans, and her cap. They wouldn't have known. The person wouldn't have known that because of what she was wearing and because how she looked. And then when Selena finally explained to the guy who she was, he completely changed his demeanor, his treatment, his everything. Now, I'm a YouTuber, granted, right? And I'm speaking this into existence. One day my channel is going to blow up and it's going to make me some pretty decent income. But what if at that time I was a YouTuber that was making anywhere between $500,000 a year to $1 million a year to $10 million a year? Who knows, right? Or even more. What if I told him who I was and how much money I was making? I'm sure he would have changed his demeanor, his treatment, his everything, and he would have been apologizing. He wouldn't have even followed me to self-checkout like he secretly did. Why am I sharing this? Just because I'm black, or just because the next person is black, Mexican, or any other person of color, does not give anyone the right, security guard, police officer, no one, to judge you, to profile you, to assume anything about you. They don't know you. They don't know you. I'm also getting the feeling that he probably assumed that I was on welfare, getting government assistance. I don't get government assistance. I'm not on welfare. I work for everything that I have. Like I said, I have multiple jobs so that I'm not left in a position to ever have to steal anything. I'm somebody's mother, for God's sakes. I'm damn near 40 years old, for God's sakes. I'm a abiding citizen. I follow the rules. I follow the law. I mind my business. I work hard. I take care of my family. But that's not enough. That's not enough for somebody to have to look at me and make assumptions of me based off of how I look, based off of what I'm wearing. So just like Selena, I was racially profiled. I was treated a certain type of way because of what I was wearing and how I looked. And I'm pretty sick and tired of it. And I'm pretty sure Selena was sick and tired of it too when she was being followed around in the store and racially profiled. It's real sickening. It's real nerve-wracking. And people out there need to be educated, because people out there, like that security guard and like the person who followed Selena in that mall, in that store in the mall, they are uneducated. They don't know the day in the life of a black person or a person of color. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. They don't get it. They just make these assumptions because that's how their minds was trained to think, based off of the images they put out there in the media, in movies, in TV shows, in music, and even in their own families, how they were raised. This stuff was engraved in their heads. This stuff was pumped into their heads. So as much as I want to punch that security guard in his dang on face, as much as I want to go back to that store and cuss him out, I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because I'm above that. I'm better than that. And I also know it's because he didn't know any better. He only knows what he was taught and what he was trained to think. Just like the person in the store who encountered Selena. That person was doing what they was trained to think and what they was taught to think. And we need to have more of these conversations so that the word gets out there about how people of color are being treated today in America. That's all I'm going to share with you for today. And like I always say, do you live your best life, get yourself together, and no robot behaviors over here. See you guys in the next video. Peace. Later.